You're trying to get those thumbs up right off the bat, aren't you? Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
What's the other one? Make it rain down.
Well, maybe you can make a 1 and a 4 come up on the screen for May the 14th
May the 14th.
at 4 o'clock here in Alabama.
Central Time.
That's right. Got to say that.
Gotta say that.
Yep, because wherever you are may not be Alabama time.
That's right.
More than likely, it's probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Well, I hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday.
You had to think about that, didn't you?
I did.
At least you didn't say, "Hey, hope everybody's having a wonderful Saturday."
Yeah, I know it.
And be sincere about it.
Oh, that could happen.
It could.
I almost said Wednesday. I don't know why.
It's okay.
Yep.
We all get a little mixed up from time to time. So, what's going on today?
What is going on today? Probably gonna have. We got a big rain pattern this week. I think it's gonna rain every day this week except tomorrow.
Actually,
I haven't even looked at Saturday.
We thought that it was going to be raining during this live.
Yeah, but
and it's nothing out there right now. So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
If it rains too hard, you can't hear us because we're upstairs and close to the roof.
Mm-hmm.
Close to the roof.
Close to the roof. Well, yeah. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, got Dee Dee beside us. Oh. I know you lost your train of thought.
No, I was going to say, I hope everybody had a wonderful Mother's Day.
That's right.
That was Sunday.
Yes, indeed.
And for Mother's Day, we had a special treat.
We did.
We went and saw a play at the Alabama Shakespeare Festival, and it was called Baskerville. Sherlock Holmes. It was a Sherlock Holmes play. It was called Ken Ludwig's Baskerville. It was a comedy, and it was absolutely wonderful.
Yes, thankful to Miss Laura at Simply Making It, who gave us the tickets some time ago, and we're just now getting a chance to use them.
That's right.
But how ironic. Yeah. How ironic that Laura sent me a text telling me Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
We're conversing between the two of us, and she said that her and her husband's anniversary was Monday, which was the following day.
Yesterday.
And that they were going to go over to the Shakespeare Festival to watch The Hounds of Baskerville.
Well, it's not The Hounds of Baskerville. It was a spin. It was a little twist of the original story.
To watch the play.
Yeah, Baskerville.
At the Shakespeare Festival. And at the time, we had not nailed it down, but we were thinking we were going to go.
Yeah.
My dilemma was I had to feed babies.
That's right.
I have three babies that depend on me. And the play was at 2:00. Well, their normal feeding time is 1:00.
Yeah.
So in order to get to Montgomery, it's going to take us an hour. So we did some hustling and we got it done, and we got over to the play, and we got to visit with Laura for just a minute.
Just for a minute, but it was really, really wonderful. Mary Carl's first play, and we were curious to see if she would actually like it, because it was
2 hours.
The play itself was 2 hours with a 15-minute intermission, and I was curious if she would, and she loved it.
She loved it. She's already asked when the next one she would be interested in will be.
Zelda in the Backyard.
That's right.
And so we're going to see if we can go to it as well.
And just thankful that Laura was, gave us the tickets, because otherwise we may have never even gone.
We've talked about it, but we've never gone. But it was so good. The cool thing about this one was not only the stage was unbelievable, the way they had it set up, but it was 5 actors, and they played 40 characters in the play.
It was amazing.
It was absolutely amazing. And it was really funny.
It was funny.
It was funny.
It was not like it was comedy throughout the whole thing. There was some seriousness.
Mm-hmm.
And, of course, a mystery to, get your wheels turning and make you think outside the box to what could be going on.
But it was so good. And I told you, as a little kid, that the Hounds of Baskerville. It was a movie that came on. I don't want to say HBO, but I can't remember. And I bet I watched that thing. I don't know how many times. And y'all, I got just obsessed with Sherlock Holmes. And you know the little hat he wears has got the double brim.
Mm-hmm.
So I would take this. Matter of fact, I think it was my dad. My dad had his Alabama Electric was the name of his electric company, and I think I got 2 of those, and I put them together. So I had one in the front, had one in the back, and I had my magnifying glass, and I was Sherlock Holmes.
You were solving
I was
mysteries.
solving mysteries. It's called a deerstalker hat.
A deerstalker
Somebody
hat.
said, "Yep." I had my own homemade deerstalker hat. If I had another hat up here, I'd show you how it looked, but I don't got one.
Well, I tell you the truth, I enjoyed it too. I have been before, back when I was in high school.
Mm-hmm.
We went every year because Alabama is so blessed to have the Shakespeare Festival.
It is
in Montgomery, Alabama. And if you guys are in Alabama and you've never been, I encourage you to pick out a play and go. It's quite an event.
Their big one, of course, is the Christmas Carol every single year, and they do the Midsummer's Night Dream every single year too. Those are the 2, but then they have different ones every year. So this will be a world premiere of Zelda in the Backyard,
and it should be entertaining.
I think so. It's going to be really, 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 really great. And it seemed like something me and Carl would like. And we've also decided that we're going to go see Midsummer's Night Dream too. And we'll probably see Christmas Carol as well.
Yeah. We enjoyed it that much.
It was so fun. It was really, really fun. And the way the seating set up, we've been to both. We've been to the Octagon, and that one's called the Festival.
Uh-huh.
And there's really not a bad seat.
There's not a bad seat.
It's really not a bad seat.
We had a gift certificate, so I could not do it online because there was no way to put in a code. So I told Jason and Mary Carl, I said, look, we're just going to go. And if it works out to where they've sold out of seats, we're just going to do something else, have fun.
Yep.
But lo and behold, we got there in enough time to get our gift certificate traded in for seats. And while we weren't able to sit next to Laura and Chip, we did have, they were good seats.
It was
to be last minute.
Oh yeah, it was so much fun.
It was
so much fun.
And actually, when you started talking about it, you were like, "We did something fun on Mother's Day." I was thinking, "What did we do?" So you thinking that it was Wednesday is not too bad, because Sunday feels like a long time ago.
And we had pizza.
Had pizza. And I told Jason, I said, I bet everywhere in Montgomery is going to be crowded because it's Mother's Day.
Yep.
And the place was called Pies and Pints.
Mary Carl wanted pizza.
And pints meaning, I guess, beer.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where we went because it was the closest pizza place to where we were. And lo and behold, not many mamas got to go to Pies and Pints.
I bet on Father's Day.
We were thankful.
I bet on Father's Day, Pies and Pints is packed.
You think?
Yeah.
But it was really good. I must say that when she said she wanted pizza, I was like, oh, I don't need to eat pizza.
Yeah.
I was thinking I wanted a good salad before she decided she wanted pizza. So we get there and I start looking at the menu, and y'all, there are pizzas that is Nashville hot chicken pizza.
Oh, they had crazy pizzas.
It was all kind of different things.
Mm-hmm.
So it all looked good to me, but I made the decision to get a Greek salad. And I'm so glad I did because it was absolutely wonderful.
Yeah, you said your salad was good. My pizza was good. Mary Carl liked her pizza. So we had a good.
It was a win-win.
And the service was good, and it wasn't crowded.
No. No moms went to Pies and Pints.
They were at the other restaurants.
That's right. But this mom didn't care.
We passed several restaurants before we got there.
And they were
packed. I mean, people standing outside. And
so we're thankful to Mary Carl for making that.
We are. Choice. And we kind of warned Mary Carl too. We were like, Mary Carl, and Mary Carl is extremely patient. She's
very much.
Very, 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 very patient child. But, if it was going to be 30, 40 minutes, I don't know how long she could have waited.
Well,
but it wasn't.
We were all hungry at the time. And you and I had grabbed a peanut butter sandwich early in the
Yep,
day.
we did.
And so we were all three pretty hungry and prepared to eat. But thankful we didn't even have to wait.
I know it. You had mentioned something else, like a Mediterranean restaurant. Miracle. I was like, mm-mm.
Well, my thoughts were okay. So we thought the play lasted 1 hour. It ended up lasting 2 hours. So that put my babies feeding closer than what I was anticipating.
Right.
So I thought, well, we're going to need something quick. And I wasn't prepared to wait anywhere,
Right.
45 minutes to be seated. So we were going to get the Mediterranean because we could get it to go, but it worked out.
It worked out. It was very, very quick, perfect, and way to go.
Good day.
Somebody
it was Mother's Day and Father's Day.
Somebody want to know, why didn't you get to pick where you wanted to eat?
Because we were in a hurry.
We were in a hurry. We had to get back.
We were in a hurry. My baby's pals were waiting on me.
Mm-hmm.
And lo and behold, I made it back by 6 o'clock and was able to feed my babies at the correct time. Babies come first these days.
That's right.
Babies come first. We had wanted to take a trip down south to see the spring birding migration. And we'd actually looked at some places that we could take Holly and we could take Dee Dee. And Arlo and Gidget, they can stay in the house and go in and out the doggy door.
Right.
And Mama takes care of them. So we had looked at some places that we could take them, but then the babies were born. And so it might be next year before we get to go see spring migration of birding.
It's
okay, girl. It's okay.
It'll be okay.
She hears them barking downstairs and doesn't know what to make out of it. What you got?
But anyways, that play was really, really good. Mary Carl matter of fact, Mary Carl enjoyed it so much. They have summer camps at the Shakespeare Festival, and she's really, really, really interested in doing one of the summer camps as well. So hopefully that ought to work out.
We shall see. But that was the last showing of that particular play.
That was the last day.
And they change it up. So it'll be several months worth of something else.
It'll be Zelda in the Backyard next. And that's about oh gosh, my mind just went blank.
Something about a truck.
Yeah, well, I don't want to tell y'all wrong. So I thought I had to.
It's about something. It's really about something.
But Zelda Fitzgerald, it has to do with that, which from Montgomery, and anyways, a lot to do with that. But the premise is that she got a 1961 Mercedes and is working on it, and so sounds very interesting. Really, really good. Very, really good.
I think it'll be good no matter what the plot is.
I agree.
We enjoyed it. And it's just amazing to me that the actors can remember that many lines.
Especially in this one. It was 5 actors and they played 40 characters. Y'all, they were hustling.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Oh, my gracious.
So one more thing while we're on the subject of Mother's Day. So Mother's Day was Sunday, of course, and that's when you sometimes reach out to people that you don't talk to every single day as moms, and you tell them Happy Mother's Day. Well, I got a text early Sunday morning from Miss Kathy, who was Goldie and Pepita, the emus.
That's right.
Mama.
That's right.
Nugget's brother and sister that we picked up when we went and got Nugget. And she told me Happy Mother's Day. And, of course, that kind of sparked a conversation. And she informed me that Goldie laid 2 clutches of eggs last year.
Yeah.
The first clutch I knew about because that was when the temperatures got below freezing here. It was a freeze that we don't ever have here in Alabama. And the eggs were not viable. So Pepita, the male, never sat.
Yeah.
But the second clutch, she said it was closer to fall. It was towards the end of the summer, closer to fall, and she laid a second clutch. And I guess he never sat on those either.
I guess not.
I'm not sure.
There were several people that I saw through all the comments through both videos that maybe something went wrong with Nugget, maybe it was something wrong with Goldie, but because she had laid eggs previously and they didn't hatch, but that's because the male never sat on those.
That's right. There was no chance for those to hatch.
Right.
So No, I don't think anything's wrong. I think it's just young. I think they're young. I mean, Nugget's going to be 4 at the end of this month,
Yeah.
which sounds like old for a big bird, but they
Mhm.
actually live quite a long time.
They do live a long time.
So, you know,
Especially in
in the wild,
but even longer
in captivity.
captivity like this.
Because they're taken care of
Mhm.
and they're, there's no chance of getting killed by a predator, which in the wild, there's all sorts of things that can go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't even start laying until they're over 2. So last year was Goldie's first year to lay eggs. And it was kind of a practice run, I think, for her.
Yeah.
And then this year, it
Nuggets practice run.
Yeah. So I don't know. And
Yep.
and we've already said that we don't know if we would let him sit again, but it's just gotta, time will tell.
We'll see.
We'll
we may
see.
try to incubate some. We got the big incubator, so we can.
And
try
I
that
have
too.
trays
Yeah.
because
That's
we've
right.
tried it before.
That's right.
The big oh goodness, I was about to say Harvest Right GQF incubator that we have.
Mm-hmm.
It has trays that go into it, and they turn the eggs automatically. Well, the trays for emu eggs is astronomical. I mean, that thing, y'all, is huge. The rails on it.
Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah.
It's amazing to me how it is designed to hold those huge eggs.
Yeah.
But we could incubate them for sure.
Definitely.
And then, if they don't hatch,
mm-hmm.
we won't have a emu that's been sitting for 44 days.
That's right.
Down and out about it.
That's right. So the other day we had another surprise. So we're going down interstate, and we're going to Prattville to pick up something.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
We're going down Prattville on interstate, y'all. Pulling a trailer. Pulling the horse trailer of all things. Pulling the horse trailer of all things.
We weren't going to get an animal.
No.
We were going to pick something up, and it had been raining, so we thought we would put it in the horse trailer so we could get wet.
So here we are going down Interstate 65. For anybody who lives in Alabama, y'all know how crazy 65 is. So we're going down there, and next thing we know, we hear, boom, boom.
Well, I could feel something at the corner of my eye that there was a car riding right along with me. And I look out the window, and about that time, the horn honked.
Boom, boom. And there it was, written with a Sharpie magic marker.
On a notebook piece of paper.
Cog Squad. In their window.
And they were just waving, and it was 2 girls, if I'm not mistaken, or 2 ladies. And
I have no idea how in the world they knew it was even us.
I don't either, because they could not see our tag.
No. I got our sticker on.
But you couldn't have seen that, I don't think.
But they knew it was us.
They knew it was us.
They knew it was us.
If you are watching, whoever you are, we got a big smile out of that.
We did get a big smile out of that.
It was quite interesting. I hit Jason like this because I was driving, and we got tickled.
Oh, right there.
Cog Squad. It was funny.
And they had to see us, in time to get the piece of paper
and write it
on there.
Yep. I don't know.
As
long as the driver didn't write it, we're okay.
That's true. That is true. But I got a kick out of that. We had somebody. You went inside Walmart and I was outside.
You just said Walmart with a K.
Walmart.
Walmart.
And so you went inside to grab something while I handled the pickup because you forgot something.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in the truck. And so I had the tailgate down, was putting the stuff in the truck. And the guy said, Jason? And I looked up. And he said, me and my wife watch every video. He started naming animals. He said my wife's going to be so mad that she wasn't here. But it was fun. Fun. Yes,
fun times. We like it when people speak and
that's right.
Just puts a smile on your face.
It does.
Don't be shy. We're just normal people. We're just everyday. Like the girl from Montgomery that
went to the meet and greet.
She stood back last year.
She's been to 2 meet and greets.
She said she just didn't have the courage to come up and talk.
But the first one, she got too nervous.
Yep.
And didn't come meet us. But the second one she did, thank goodness.
Yep.
She was a sweetheart.
Yep, she was.
Absolute sweetheart.
She was. And we appreciate each and every one of you. Whether you've been to a meet and greet or honked your horn with a piece of notebook paper, we love you all.
Adventures with Me and T said they just knew I was going to say Littlefoot had pulled up beside
Oh,
us
my goodness.
and was waving.
You think?
Yeah.
Littlefoot,
Oh, Littlefoot.
is she on here?
Oh, Littlefoot.
Okay.
Oh, she's on here.
Well, I don't know. She had to
I
make
saw
it-
her. She said she was
Okay.
in the garden. She was almost late.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, if Littlefoot had been, Tony better had been driving if Littlefoot was in her attire. That would not have gone over very well.
I hope so. Oh,
There she
goodness.
is.
I hope so.
Catherine said, I'm here.
Yeah, Tony better been driving.
Yep. Could you imagine looking over and seeing Littlefoot driving a car?
Oh my
I
gracious.
saw a few minutes ago on social media that somebody said that they were going down 65. Since we're talking about 65, this jogged my memory. They were in our area going down 65, and they said, y'all, there was a Canadian goose, and it stuck on the guardrail.
Oh no.
But they couldn't get turned around in time. And if anybody comes by and can help it, to please do so. Everybody's laughing in the post because it's a decoy.
What's it
and-
down there for?
Well, I guess somebody thought it was funny, but it could cause a crash.
That could cause a crash.
It's a decoy that somebody put there, and people were thinking it was real. And that girl was going to turn around and go rescue it.
You know, I was immediately thinking that they had it on there to keep pigeons or something off of it, but that's not the case. Not on a guardrail.
No, I think it's somebody thinks it's funny.
How does somebody even pull that off unless it was like 2:30 in the morning?
I don't know.
Oh, 65.
But it
is
seemed like
crazy.
everybody knew it was a decoy. Everybody knew it was a decoy. But the girl did not. She
I'm
was
glad
like,
she didn't
"Oh,
turn
okay."
around. Just thinking she turned around and had a wreck.
Or turned around. Well, yeah, a wreck would have been worse. But I was thinking she said that she was going to be late for whatever she was
Yeah.
attending. Late's one thing, wreck's another. But goodness gracious.
Mm-hmm.
It's a decoy.
Decoy.
And she was going to have to, she was going to try
I'm
to help
glad she
it.
didn't turn around. That
Because
would've
you
been-
know we'd have turned around.
Oh gosh, in a heartbeat, especially for Mary Carlin.
We'd have turned around, or we'd have pulled over in the median and walked, and then probably got hit by a car.
Oh
and
goodness,
not good. Not good.
not good at all. Not good
I'm
at
sure
all.
it catches people's eye though.
I'm sure it does.
But everybody was responding. It's a decoy, so they obviously already saw it.
Somebody must have already mentioned it before in the past or something.
Well, I don't think so. I think it was just people had seen it driving back and forth.
I don't know. I don't know. I will say that me and my lovely daughter had a great afternoon today.
You did, and I was afraid you weren't going to get back on time, but you did.
I did. So she came in today and she said, "Can we go thrift shopping? Can we go to the thrift store? Not thrift shopping. Can we go to the thrift store? I want to go to the thrift store if we can today." And you said, "Well, I got some things I got to do. We need to go get hay. We got to get feed." And I was like, "Look, when we go get feed, we'll run by the thrift store." And then you said, "Well, I got to work on my video that's coming up." And so I said, well, I'll go.
I will tell y'all it's a cooking video, and I've told y'all that those are hard for me to make. So I had to get started early.
So we went and got our feed at our feed store, Jones, which we love dearly.
Uh-huh.
Let me tell you what Jack did. So Jones is a little local feed store in Clanton.
Downtown.
Clanton. And if y'all, I bet a lot of y'all have these, but you're old country, rural feed stores, and they're the best. It's like walking back in a time machine.
Yeah,
almost.
it is. I can only imagine 20 years from now, things not being like they are at the feed store.
I guess I just love we had one at our other in Selma. But anyways, I just love the old feed stores, and because they all have the seeds in there
The
and
bulk
the
seed
bulk. I mean,
that you get with a
yes.
scoop, and you put it on the scale and you weigh them.
concrete floors, nothing fancy. Most of them don't even have air conditioners. They just got the doors open, and they had the doors open today. And anyways, I just love it. But So we went by there, got the feed, and then Jack. So they got a little Chihuahua in there, black and white, cute as a button. His name's Jack.
He's been going to the store with his mama, Miss Teresa, for I can't tell y'all how long. Because Mary Carl and I, when we lived in Selma, there were times that she and I would ride over to this store because they would have chicks that nobody else had. So y'all know, I guess he's probably 5 years old, maybe something like that.
Something like that.
He's not an old dog, but he's not a young puppy either.
Mm-hmm.
But y'all, Jack is something special.
He is.
He's a Chihuahua, and he's about this big.
And cute. Oh my gosh, y'all, he's so cute.
He's so cute. But don't touch him unless he asks you to.
So I love Jack, and he's always been nice to me. And but dogs can sense.
Yeah.
They sense.
But you let him smell you first.
I do let him smell me first. But this girl come in there, and she had a cast on one of those boots. And Jack did not like that boot.
Really?
Ooh, that Chihuahua come out of him.
Really?
Yeah. And Miss Teresa apologized, and she said he don't like crutches, he don't like wheelchairs, he don't like cast. So
poor Jack.
So if you're injured, don't go in there because Jack's gonna get you.
Don't go in there because Jack's this tall, and he liable to latch on and not let loose.
Oh my gracious! So,
but Jack's very well behaved.
He is very well behaved.
Otherwise, he wouldn't be in the store.
He is something else. There's a barber shop right next door. And then I guess when the doors are open, like today,
he goes and visits.
Jack goes and visits the barber shop.
But he doesn't get out in the street.
No.
Y'all. He just goes right down the sidewalk and back to the feed store.
And back to the feed store after he gets visits in the barber shop.
The best part about Jack is when it's wintertime and the sun shines through their window, he sits up in the windowsill like a cat, letting that sunshine hit on him. We can pull up and when Jack's asleep in the window. He's such a cute little fella. I probably got a picture of him.
So I said Jack is not a therapy dog.
No, Jack is not a therapy dog.
Jack is not a therapy dog.
But they do have a cat that they rescued in there.
Yep.
And Jack and the cat get along very well. They're pretty good friends. So whatever, the other day when I went in there, the cat was carrying a lizard hanging out one side of his mouth on this side.
They have a cat that stays in there
yeah.
too.
And but the cat she doesn't stay there all the time. She goes home with Miss Teresa. So the cat has a lizard hanging out both sides of the mouth, and Jack was just continuously trying to get the lizard from the cat. Jack's smaller than the cat.
Jack's smaller than the cat.
He is a tiny little fella.
He is so tiny.
Oh my goodness. And y'all, one time, this has been a couple of years ago, but I went in there and Jack had somehow gotten to a female and had puppies with her. And she was not supposed to be in heat at the time, and they were separated. So it was an accidental birth. And Miss Teresa was trying to find homes for these puppies.
How close did you come?
I came so close to getting one of Jack's puppies. And I didn't get it. But I came home and I started telling Jason about how Jack had 3 puppies and they were so little and they were so precious. And at the time we didn't have Dee.
Yeah.
And Jason was like, Brooke, you think a Pomeranian barks a lot. You don't know about a Chihuahua. So that was the end of my Jack being homed at Cog Hill.
I will say this. The lady with the boot on was super sweet. And she said, don't worry, Jack, I don't like this thing either.
Oh, goodness gracious, y'all.
Oh, man.
But I didn't get one of Jack's puppies, and I must say, Jason doesn't regret it. Jason does not regret it.
He is something else.
But he doesn't bark unless there's something to be barking at.
Like a boot.
But now, his offspring, that could be a different story.
Who knows?
They could have barked at
Who
a rock
knows?
rolling down the road.
Who knows? But we got the feed. We left the feed store and we went to the thrift store. And it's more like a flea market. It's not really. Is that a thrift store?
I don't think it's a thrift store.
It's more like a flea market. They got little booths. And, several people, people own the little booths or pay their rent. But anyways, we had a good time. Mary Carl had a good time. She found her some shorts and a skirt, and so she had a good time.
Yes, she did. She enjoys going thrift shopping, which I have had many a fun time in a thrift store in my past. So it's kind of one of those things that you have to wonder, is it genetic?
Could be.
Is it in your genes
Could
that you either
be.
like thrifting or you don't?
Could be.
I don't know. I mean, it's in mine.
Yeah.
When the year after I graduated high school, I probably wasn't 19 yet. I started going to the thrift store, and y'all, back then they would open the doors at 2 o'clock. They would shut the store down at lunchtime. The truck would come, put all the stuff out, and then the doors would open at 2 o'clock, and it was like you were at, well, what are the horse races called when they
The Kentucky Derby.
you were at
Is that
the
at the
Kentucky
gate?
Derby. And they opened that gate and those horses started running. That's the way the people did. And you'd have people that worked there, no running, no running. I never ran. I must say, I never ran. I kept my composure, but I wanted to run. I walked very briskly because all the new stuff would be put out.
Yeah.
And y'all, that was some of the most fun days of my memories of,
Yeah.
thrifting. And then they quit doing that. All of a sudden, they quit doing that. They would just put the stuff out randomly when they had time. But those doors opening at 2 o'clock and the mad dash for everything, there was a few times when people got in fights.
Oh
And
yeah.
I just stepped out of the way and let them have it. But it was quite entertaining.
I remember going to a thrift store with you for the first time, or one of the first times, and y'all Brooke had gotten so good, and it was like click, click,
I
and
could
it's
go.
that noise of that coat hanger
Mm-hmm.
going across that metal pipe. You mean it was? You could look at like 30 shirts and then find one just.
I can still do that.
Put that down. Click, click,
I
click,
can still
click,
do
click,
that.
Click, click. Oh, there's that. Nah. Click, 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 click. Oh, there's a good one. Put that in my buggy.
So I was in junior college at the time. So most of my classes were over by lunchtime. So I was able to get down there, at 2 o'clock when the doors opened. But then came a problem. I got a job, and my job allowed me to take my lunch hour whenever I wanted to. So I would take my lunch hour from 1:45 to 2:45.
So you could catch the doors open.
So I could catch the doors opening. And what happened was some of the girls that I worked with, they caught on to what I was doing and they wanted to go too. So we would, there was probably 25 people that worked in the office, and 5 or 6 of us would take our lunch at that time, and we'd go thrifting. We'd all load up in the car
and go thrifting.
From 1:45 to 2:45.
Well, did they get as good as you with that?
No, heck no. They didn't stand a chance at me.
I bet your fingers are strong.
I was experienced. Well, they're strong now from milking goats, not from flipping through.
Oh,
but it wasn't nearly as fun when you went in at 9 o'clock when the doors opened for the first time in the morning and some new things were out, but you didn't really know the difference in the new and the old.
Yeah,
it wasn't nearly as fun then.
It wouldn't.
Yeah, it's kind of like the thrill of it wore away.
Yeah.
And then, there was always times when somebody got something you wish you could have got it.
Yeah.
You're looking like,
maybe they'll put it back.
Yeah, I wonder if they can put that back. And then you had people that went and you knew that they were doing it to sell online.
Yeah.
You knew that that's what, since they were only looking for certain things.
Those antique people. They
mean business. Which I didn't know antiques at the time.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I just knew what I liked.
Yeah.
And that's all I was after is what I liked. Not necessarily what somebody else was wanting.
I went thrifting. I must say, I was a good sport. I sat there. I actually found a couple of pairs of shorts. I know what Mary Carl likes.
Yeah.
And so she's over there looking, and Mary Carl wears a size 0. And so I'm over there, and I was like, I was doing a little clicking. I was clicking.
Oh, you were practicing.
Yeah, I was clicking up yonder because it was up high. And I was like, oh, Mary Carl, I like those. And I said, Mary Carl, you like these? Ooh, Daddy.
Now, see, she wouldn't do that with me. If I had showed them to her, I don't like those. That's what I feel like anyway. I feel like whatever Jason says is always yes, and whatever I say is always no. And I know that's not the case, but that's my thoughts. Is it's always daddy's knows what he's doing. Daddy knows what he's doing.
But yeah, it was click, click, click. And so I did find a couple of pair, and I sat in there. Well, I sat there, waited for her to try some things on, and it was fun. It was fun. But then we left there. While we're in there, she said, "Daddy, you reckon they got any peaches ready?" And I said, "I think they do got some peaches. I think peaches are ready, not the pig, like peaches, peaches."
Peaches to eat.
Peaches to eat, because we're in peach country here in Chilton County. And so, matter of fact, what did I tell you? That 90% of the farming here is peaches.
Yes.
90 or 80%. Something, I read that somewhere. But so I was like, well, we'll go by there and see. And I said, you want some ice cream? So I want some ice cream. All right, we're gonna get some ice cream. Because this where they sell the peaches is where they sell the good ice cream.
That's right.
So we drove to Durban Farms, which is a little farmer's market. And I say little, big farmer's market. And lo and behold, we got our ice cream. And I got the pina colada. And she got cream cheese. And she told me, she said, somebody said that cream cheese ice cream may be good.
I told her that. I told her she used to eat it.
And I said, well, get you a sample.
Now,
You want a sample?
That's a prime example.
You want a sample?
That is a prime example. I don't like cream cheese. That's what she told me last time we went to go get ice cream.
Oh,
and I
goodness.
said, do you want cream cheese ice cream? And she said, I don't like cream
You
cheese.
like it?
But yet she goes with you and she gets cream cheese.
I said, well, let's get a sample. I said, we want a sample cream cheese. I want the pina colada.
You knew it.
Single scoop and a waffle cone. I don't know why they call it a single, because it's a double scoop.
It's a double scoop. But when you order the kitty scoop, like I told you, that's a single scoop.
Okay. So, anyways, it's a single, but they give you 2 scoops.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mary Carl, she said, I like that.
She used to like it.
I like that. And I said, well, we're going to get you one of those. So we got our peaches, got our ice cream, went thrift shopping, and got our feed. And got back in time to do the live.
And when they left, I was cooking. And when they got back, I was cooking. And I told them when they left out of the door, I said, y'all don't be surprised if I'm still cooking when you get back. And Jason said, oh, no. Sure enough. What now?
Yeah.
I was still cooking.
You were still cooking. I didn't think you'd still be cooking.
I knew I would be. I knew I would be.
Because you was videoing.
I was videoing. And y'all don't understand how much time that takes. But, Brenda Gant, she's comfortable.
Yeah.
She's comfortable in what she's doing. She can just talk and cook at the same time. I can't do that. I have to stop the camera and then move it and then get my next thing ready. So y'all just bear with me. The recipe's wonderful. I promise you.
Oh, my goodness.
The recipe's wonderful. It just
that'll come out on
Thursday. Yep.
Thursday. So it's gonna be good.
Oh, it is. It's good. Whether they watch me cook it or not, I don't know, but it's good.
Well, I think Brenda's is kind of live.
Yeah.
You're setting your camera.
I mean, she's not
up
live,
and moving stuff
but
around
she doesn't edit and she does edit. I don't mean to say that. It's different.
Yep.
In the way that I try to do it and the way that she does it. I just don't feel comfortable just doing it.
Yeah.
All in one segment.
It's okay though.
But I may one day.
It's okay.
You never know. But I'm going to tell y'all, I started bringing it up here and tasted it on the live. And then I said, no, that'll spoil the whole thing. So y'all just stay tuned for Thursday.
Yep. Don't want to spoil it.
Don't want to spoil it. It's a good one.
It is a good one. So I do want to announce, it's probably going to start seeing stuff come out, but the official next meet and greet is on September 14th at Pedals from the Past. And there will be lots of your favorite YouTubers there.
That's right. Won't just be from Alabama.
Yep.
Be from all over the place.
All over the place. So stay tuned for that. And at this one, we will be selling things from us right there with us.
Coffee and honey and,
Right.
whatever else we have at the time will be available for sale. This last one, it was Antiques in the Garden. So a lot of vendors had booths, and I totally understand the reason for not selling products.
Right.
The YouTubers not being, able to sell their products because compa.
Well, Jason at Pedals is very respectful, and Antiques in the Garden has been going on before Cog Hill Farm and this for 20 years. And so, he's got probably the same vendors like Miss Laura at Simply Making It, but the same vendors that come every year. And he don't want to compete with those.
Well, that's what my word was.
Yeah, he doesn't want to have 8 soap vendors there.
Right.
Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's in all fairness to everybody. So,
but this one will just be it'll be nothing but YouTubers there.
Right.
And it's going to be a lot of educational.
Yeah, there'll be some
there's going to be some like classes.
You almost messed up.
I almost said courses.
Well, that would have made sense, but anyway. Yeah, it's going to be a fun time. And as we know more about what's going to be held, we will announce to you guys so you can, decide if you want to come or not.
That's right.
Somebody wanted to know if my vehicle, oh my gracious, vehicle video Thursday is honeysuckle jelly, and it is not. It is not. Y'all, the honeysuckles are gone.
They were. We decided we were going to do that.
We were going to do it, and we've gotten rain, and it's just beat down on them.
And they're gone. I've always felt like that they were here all the time, but they're not.
No. Now, I did see some in a shady spot.
Did you?
But it's not enough of them, and 2 cups of just the yellow blooms is a lot.
But Jacqueline is working on getting it up on the website in the next day or two. I talked to her on the phone today.
Well, guess what Mary Carl had for breakfast? It's become an everyday thing. Mary Carl, what do you want? What you want something to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll have toast and honeysuckle jelly. Honeysuckle jelly.
Somebody said that they made the honeysuckle jelly and they loved it.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay, good. Good.
I don't know if it was our recipe, but they made honeysuckle jelly and they loved it.
Well, I think it's all going to be very similar in taste, flavor. Even if you buy it, it's probably going to taste similar, but you're probably not going to find it anywhere.
If the weather lets up and there's a second flush,
yeah,
we'll do a video on it.
Yeah, because I really need to make some more. Yeah. As much as Mary Carl's eating of it, it's I need to make some more. But the blooms just, the rain has beat them, and there may be another batch of them. Maybe. But where we harvested them last time, the sun's beating down on them, and so I'm sure that they're probably first to go. Yeah. In a shadier spot, there probably may be some more. Somebody said their honeysuckles are gone after the rain too. So yeah. I don't know. That's crazy. Gotta look out for snakes too. Got to look out for snakes. Seems like everywhere that I see them, the grass is this tall, and I don't want to go trekking through somewhere where there might be no seams. Don't want that to happen. Don't want that to happen at all. Not at all. So I've seen several people say redbud jelly is good. Huh. But redbuds have already bloomed, though. Yeah. So couldn't do that, could we? I have never had redbud jelly, nor have I heard of it. But one thing that I do want to try. Corn on the cob. No. I want to do corn on the cob jelly. Well, you can do your corn on the cob jelly. I want to try kudzu jelly. That too. But you got to get the blooms. Just from the blooms. That's all it's made from. Just the blooms. And that stuff grows crazy. But there again, where it is, you're probably not going to see the bottom. Yeah, I know it. I've never seen a kudzu bloom. Have you? I have. They're purple looking. They must be in. Yeah, they are. Okay. And I imagine it's probably going to take as many kudzu blooms as it does honeysuckle. So we'll see. We'll see. We like odd things. I have seen some elderberries blooming. I wonder if did Catherine plant sweet corn? Yes. She did. She planted corn. I don't know if it's sweet corn. But... Catherine, if you got some sweet corn and you planted it, when you shuck it, don't throw your cobs away. We want the cobs, We want Catherine. The cobs. Just the cobs. Because I did not plant any corn this year. That's right. Yep. But I did see some the last time I went in the feed store. in the bulk thing,
Mhm.
and it was corn I'd never heard of.
Really?
It was red looking.
That's the stuff they put on it.
Oh.
Almost all of them are like that now.
Shows you what I know.
Yeah, it wasn't. Here, the most common ones are Silver Queen, peaches and cream are your two most popular. Here, corns, but you wasn't one of those.
No.
Elderberries, I've seen elderberry. They just started blooming here, and we may try some elderberries, sir.
Yeah, usually where those are, it's
yeah.
It's well, it may or may not be where you can get to it.
A little sketchy.
I don't
They
know.
like the wetness. The wetness.
So that's where the moccasins like to hang out. I don't want to be bit by a moccasin.
Debbie says she bought kudzu jelly and it was really good.
I imagine it has a very specific taste to it, kind of like the honeysuckle does. People make dandelion jelly too. I know that Misty Down Farm made some dandelion jelly back when the dandelions were blooming.
Yeah.
Of course, that's gone. People also take those. Oh goodness, what is it? Dead nettle?
Is it the dead nettle?
Is that what I'm thinking of?
The little tiny purple flower. I don't
Mary
know if
Carla told me she wanted. I can't remember what it was though.
Who knows?
Oh well.
I think I'm gonna plant corn next year.
You think?
I think so.
Well, hopefully there's Catherine. What's she say?
They're trying to get rid of kudzu. I was about to say, it seems to me that when I was younger, that I saw a lot more kudzu than I do now. But maybe I'm.
I
don't know if people gotten a better control over it. I don't know. And it was brought here. I want to say from Germany. And I may be wrong on that, but it was brought here to help with erosion. That's why they started planting it. And it kind of does the opposite. It doesn't help erosion. It kind of may cause erosion. And so that's why you see it everywhere, because it is crazy.
Once one little sprig gets started, it's everywhere.
But the goats are one of the best ways to clear it.
Goats. I love goats, especially baby goats.
Speaking of, the baby goats are doing awesome.
Y'all, those babies are up to 16 ounces per bottle a piece.
And I've seen so many people say, why don't you build something? I think you enjoy feeding them.
I do enjoy feeding them. I need to feed them.
Kudzu is from Japan.
My soul.
Not Germany, but Japan. I wonder if it has something to do with World War. No, I don't know. It was brought over here, though.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people say Wiedemann Reap made a bucket feeder where they put knuckle.
So many people. We've gotten so many emails and messages about Danail and other channels that have done bucket feeders.
I want to feed them,
but
y'all.
You want to feed them.
I want to feed them. I tell them to line up, and they line up, and when they line up, they get 3 bottles. We're going to do a reel or something of them lining up very soon.
Y'all line up.
Y'all line up.
They're just as trained as the animals going in their stalls.
That's right. They line up, 3 of them side by side. And I squeeze that middle bottle together, so they're all. Oh goodness, they're growing so fast. Though.
They are growing so fast.
Oh my gracious, they're not even hardly babies anymore. They're babies.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't know. I just see them, and it's so funny to see them just jumping and running down the fence line.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are
quite entertaining.
Very entertaining. Extremely entertaining.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have it any other way except for to hold that bottle for them.
Line up.
It's kind of like,
a little tail does like this.
It's kind of like if you were feeding your baby, you wouldn't want an automatic something.
Yeah.
Now, if you had a bunch of babies.
Yeah, now if you had.
Like Wiedemann Reap does.
6 or 7 or something like that.
I could understand that. But with just 3, it's manageable. And I enjoy it. So
yeah.
Until I get to where I don't enjoy it, will be good. And I don't think that's going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either.
Do y'all know that they're
almost 4 weeks old?
They're 3 weeks old. 3 weeks old.
Yeah, 3 weeks old.
Goodness gracious.
They'll be a month old soon.
That's crazy.
And usually around 8 to 12 weeks they start weaning.
Well, sometimes 6 to 8.
Phew.
6 to 8.
Hmm.
As a matter of fact, I had Fifi on the stand this morning, and I let the babies come with me because it's better than hearing them holler. So the babies come; they don't do anything.
That's like, that just reminds me of, you know, you go to the doctor's office for whatever reason, and your kids got to go with you in there. They won't, the kids got to go in the.
There is no way that I'm putting Fifi on that stand without the 3 little ones following. So today, as I have Fifi on the milk stand, there is a little one that has found some feed that's left over
Yep.
in the scoop,
Yep.
because I've got the scoop there for Capri if I bring her. I don't bring her all the time, but if I bring her,
Yep.
Had his head down in there and knocked the scoop over full of feed. And I said, as I'm milking, I said, okay, now clean it up. And of course, they're not old enough to clean it up, but he was nibbling on it.
They watch their mom,
They do.
and they'll see her
Y'all,
nibbling on the grass or whatever, and then they do it.
Curtis, he stood there right beside me on the stool. I'm sitting on the stool. He stood on the ground, and he's looking at his mama like, Mama, are you okay? And he just stood there, and it was like he was in a zone. I mean, you couldn't have done like this in front of his face and him blinked. He was so mesmerized by what was happening. And he's seen it before, but he got caught up in it today. He didn't know what his mama was doing.
Oh, Curtis.
Yeah. They're all something else. They all have 3 different personalities. 16 ounces apiece. That's a lot of milk.
It's a lot of milk.
3 times a day.
Yep.
But it won't be long before I'll cut it down to 2 times a day. A couple of more weeks. About 5 weeks.
Okay.
You cut it. Go down. That's how they get weaned.
We never had any trouble weaning the babies.
No, never had any trouble. It's
Never had
always
any trouble.
well, we shouldn't have said that, but
That's right. We shouldn't have said that.
it's always been pretty easy.
Yeah.
No crying,
Yep.
nothing like that.
Nothing like that.
And then Tip and Bootsy were probably the hardest because we did not have their mama.
And we didn't know what we were doing.
Yeah, well, that
was our first go around. First go around bottle feeding the babies.
Yeah.
With no mama.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that can be a little bit of an issue when
Yep.
you try to bottle feed a goat that does not have its mama around.
Mhm.
A lot of times they won't take it. But
Yeah.
these babies,
They won't take
when
it.
I started bottle feeding them, that's when I knew that they needed to be supplemented.
Yep.
When they took that bottle right off the bat, and it was no issues. I didn't have to show them how to suck on it or anything. Started.
We've been there when they didn't want to take the bottle.
Oh goodness, y'all!
And
There was a
it's
girl
rough.
back years ago when we lived in our other town, and she called me and she said, I cannot get this goat to take the bottle. Excuse me. And I said, okay, this is what you got to do. I said, you got to put the nipple in the mouth, and then you got to make these sounds. And y'all think that's crazy, but it works.
Y'all should have seen us early on with Tip and Bootsy. Me and Brooke both down there going.
So the girl, she said, she said, I'm gonna try it. So she tried it, and she could not get the goat to take the bottle. And Mary Carl was little.
Yeah.
So she and I went over to this girl's house, and I can remember to this day standing out on her deck. She had one single goat. Me putting that bottle in her mouth, and it started sucking. And she was like, oh my gosh, I've been trying for 4 days now. I thought it was going to die.
Oh, man. And we swapped different nipples and all kinds of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Opened them, made them too big, made them too small.
You think it's got to do with you and
oh, we've been there and done that.
That girl, she was so upset when I did it instantly, and she'd been trying for 4 days. She said, I was about to have to put an IV in him.
Oh, goodness. They'll eventually get it.
Yeah, eventually.
Yep. Eventually get it.
I got a dry spot in my throat.
Uh-oh.
So you got to talk.
Okay. Well, come on out, dry spot. I don't tell you everything that I've written down on here. Huh.
So you
what is I wonder if does kudzu grow in the northern climates?
I was wondering about that.
Kudzu is it's an invasive vine pretty much it just kind of sprawls, but it'll climb. It'll climb power poles. It'll climb trees. It is
Very invasive.
very invasive. It's extremely popular here because it just took over. But
Not
to
in a
me,
good way, though.
but to me, it's not as bad as it used to be. I think they've gotten a lot of control over it.
Native to China, Japan, and Indian.
Okay.
It's also known as a foot a night vine.
Whatever that is.
Well, that means it grows a foot a night.
Oh, I was thinking like a knight in Gladiator.
They also call it the vine that ate the South.
Oh, that's it.
It's a member of the bean family. It's a legume.
Mostly in the South. That's what somebody just said. It grows in North Carolina. The vine that ate the South. It is yeah, it's crazy. It will engulf. Catherine says it smells good. If Catherine's got it, it's where you can get your flour from.
The root, flower, and leaf are used as medicine.
I used to have a book. I don't think I still got it anymore. It was a long time ago. It was like a kudzu cooking book.
I got it at the Goodwill.
It was
Kudzu contains ingredients that might counteract the effects of alcohol.
Really?
That's interesting.
Huh. So I'm wondering, you see a lot of people out there just chopping away at kudzu.
Kudzu is illegal to plant in some areas of the United
I
States.
bet it's legal to plant anywhere in the United States. Huh.
Goats prefer to eat young trees, bushes, and vines, including kudzu.
Mm-hmm. Goats love kudzu.
It's actually very high quality protein forage.
Huh.
Similar in quality to alfalfa hay.
Get out of town. Somebody, I just saw it's gone out.
This
It was.
is not going to go away.
So they had tons of poison ivy. Goats eat poison ivy too.
They sure do. Just don't touch them after they've been eating it.
Yeah, goats eat poison ivy. We had a lot of poison ivy at our other farm.
We did.
This farm doesn't have any poison, or very minimum.
It's minimal.
Very, very minimum.
I'm
here.
sure we have some, but
Yep. Cows love kudzu.
huh?
We're not planting any though.
No, we're not.
Mm.
We'll just take Moody and Mildred over to Catherine's and
And the goats.
the goats.
Yeah.
Well, she has goats, so
She obviously don't have enough.
they're not near to cut.
She needs some more. Catherine, tell Tony you need some more goats
More goats.
to handle the kudzu.
She increased her
all-
herd by like 14 this season.
Well, she needs about 20 more.
Mm-hmm.
And get rid of that kudzu.
All
I'm
right.
just saying.
Okay, so I don't think it's going to go away.
Uh-oh.
I've talked too much. I've talked myself into a dry throat. So,
Catherine,
what's for dinner?
what is for dinner?
Well, guess what, y'all?
Wait a
Today is our last day eating on the Boston Butt. We told y'all about
It's
the
been
Boston
good
Butt
too. It's
Saturday.
been so good.
It's been very good.
It's been
Tonight,
so good.
we're going to change it up a bit. We're going to have it on tacos.
Yeah, I told you I thought it would be good on tacos. It'd be similar to a carnita.
It's going to be a little different.
Or we could do a pastor. I wish we had some pineapple. We don't.
Well,
I should have picked some up today while I was in
you
town.
sure should have. You were at the right
I
place.
sure was. And then I had ice cream and peaches on my mind.
Oh, y'all. And you see why we don't send men grocery shopping.
Mm-mm-mm.
They don't have a list. They don't, well. heck.
Meatloaf minis.
Who's having that?
Catherine.
Catherine.
Tacos. We're going to actually have tacos on Taco Tuesday
That's
for once.
right. That's right.
Pasta with red sauce, fried chicken, collard greens, and mashed potatoes. Whew.
Well.
That was from 3 for the Road. They talking my language.
I hear you.
Peach salsa is really good. It is good. I've had peach salsa before. It's good.
Peach salsa.
Mm-hmm.
You gonna make some?
I may make some.
Oh, y'all. We have
Not
all
tonight,
these
though.
plans of
Not
making these
tonight.
things, and they never happen. We just don't have time. Not enough hours in the
Oh,
day.
goodness.
But I do have to go feed babies,
Yeah, you
Very
do got
soon.
the babies.
and we have to eat dinner. So we will have a video out tomorrow morning, and then I will have my 8-hour cooking video on Thursday. I'm no Brenda Gant. What?
Oh, my goodness.
I'm telling y'all, I was cooking when he left, and I was cooking when he come back.
River mush and rice. I tell you, I've never heard of river mush.
Me either.
Huh. I had to write that down. I had to Google that. River mush and rice. That's got my interest up.
Okay. All right, so we will be back live Saturday morning. That's the plan.
Saturday morning.
And hope y'all have a good rest of your week.
Y'all be good. River mush